Take notice of a regular call meeting of the City Council of the City of Hidalgo, Texas, on the 5th day of November 2018. Call to order. Item number 2, Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Heavenly Father, we ask that you guide the City Council in making the best possible decisions and the best interest in the citizens of Hidalgo. In your name, we pray that you guide us. Amen.
Amen. Item number 3, public comments.
Mayor, I've been informed by City Secretary there is public comments. Thank you very much.
Item number 4, consideration and action on approval of October 16, 2018 public hearing minutes and October 15, 2018 minutes. I have a motion by Mr. Trevino, second by Mr. Frank. All those in favor? Motion carries. Item number 5, consideration and action on ratification of proclamation number 2018-06, Osuna Entertainer, Artist, and State Farm Arena, Mr. Gonzalez.
Mayor, this is a proclamation that we provided for Osuna Day. If you want me to read it, or you want to read it?
Go ahead and read it.
Whereas for the past
15th
Yes.
year anniversary.
Yes. For the past 15 years, Hidalgo Arena has hosted state, national, and award-winning artists, and whereas Osuna brings people together with his music in every corner of the world in one shared sentiment of joy, and whereas Osuna is a leader in the Latin community, an example for the youth, and an icon of success, and where Osuna, a Latin ambassador in the world stage, is a consummate, professional, competent, and charismatic, a true uprising star, whereas Hidalgo Arena in Hidalgo, Texas, is honored to have this international superstar in the house, and therefore I, Sergio Coronado, Mayor of the City of Hidalgo, do hereby at this time proclaim October 27, 2018 as Osuna Day in the City of Hidalgo, Texas.
Did you invite him today?
We invited him, Mayor, and he said that he would meet you later for dinner.
I need a motion for... Motion by Mr. France, second by Mr. Trevino. In favor? Motion carries. And congratulations, I don't know if Mr. Trevino is here today.
Dear Arena,
It was a great show. It was packed. It was a sold-out show, I believe.
very successful.
I hope we can have more of those in this. Item number 6, consideration and action on ordinance number 2018-13, amending TRZ boundaries.
Mayor, members of the City Council, and members of the audience, this item went before the Tax Increment Reinvestment Board at the last meeting, and at this time, this will ratify and formalize the extension of the boundaries into the North End area, where we will be doing some of the new projects. That is consistent with the EDA grant project that we're doing. At this time, I'm asking ratification of these boundary increases, or amending the boundaries of the term.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Trevino, second by Mr. Sanchez. All those in favor? Motion carries. Item number 7, discussion and possible action on approval or rejection of electrical proposal. Good morning.
Lovely. These are going to be the proposals that we received today. And here the one that we have, or currently have, is Heritage Power, which will be by Big Texas Online Inc. Right now, the city of Hidalgo has a 0.045 rate, which is lower than what we had before, and we lowered it back then when we got the year contract. Our contract is going to be ending in the last day of April of 2019, so what we're doing is we're just working for the contract for next year, when it was going to be due for the starting in May 1st of 2019. And we're just getting ready for having the price set. And all of the prices are here in front of you. It's gonna be fixed prices. It's gonna be a fixed rate for the future, which is gonna be May 1st of 2019.
What is your recommendation from Winter?
We barely got the pricing in today, all of the prices, so I haven't had that much discussion with the city manager. My recommendation would be just to have a discussion with the city manager and go forward on making the best decision for the best interest of the city.
That's what I want to see right now. I want to see the best decision right now. This is why we're having it here, so let's discuss it right now. Let's look at this number. I see this new for Reliant.
Yes, on those two, the difference is one of them has the notable congestion charges, where they're going to be put at the bill as pass-through charges. So they will not be a fixed. That will not be a fixed price. That will be just I guess pricing that they will set. The one on top, the first line item will be pass-through charges. That's why the rate is a little bit higher. And if it's a recommendation of that, the one that I have seen is the one that's on the bottom, TXU Energy, at 25 months, with the pass-through charges included, at 0.0438267.
Now, is it safe to go 2 years?
The last 1 year, we went only 1 year because of the way the energy prices fluctuate because of the gas production. And that's why we had only gone for 1 year. But if it's a good price on what we're getting, it's a question that can go either way. I mean, it's a good question. Is it safe to go 24 months and not from them? But the price could then go down first, or we could, have some savings.
So right now we have a one-year contract?
Yes.
Yes.
At 0.045.
With the pass-through charges included.
Yes.
Is there a reason why there's 25 months and not 24?
No, I guess they just get creative in the way that they want to get a better pricing, but it's not any other reason.
So we're going 2 years?
It's open for 12, 24,
12.
36, 48 and so on.
So,
If we would go, if the council wishes for us to negotiate on a 24-month, we would definitely want to get back with them and tell them to give us their best and final offer.
So right now the best price is 0.045 for 1 year, right?
For 1 year, yes, that is correct. Which is the first column for 12 months, and then from there, there's only one that submitted a proposal for 22 months at 0.048. And from there, 24 months, which is still 0.045, still the lowest one, because on the Reliant that says 0.042, that's what the notable congestion not included. It will be a pass-through charges that we're gonna get. I'm sorry, and then the 25th month, which is the one on the bottom, is 0.043, and that's with the pass-through charges included.
What do you mean by pass-through charges?
They assess some charges, delivery charges for the energy to be passed on to the customer. Sometimes I guess they put it into the customer, sometimes they embed it into the price. There's a cost to send us the electricity.
Since they use the infrastructure that belongs to AEP or belongs to whoever the infrastructure, so the infrastructure companies charge the company, which they call a pass-through.
On the one on the bottom, yes. The one that says pass-through charges included, that is tagged on.
So it's included. Other than that, there's no other hidden charges.
Yeah, other than, from there on, it's just the regular taxes that we get assessed.
Mr. Winter, you mentioned right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You mentioned right now the TXU Energy, 25 months. You wouldn't go with 61 months at 0.040?
Yes, I was just looking at the one with the lowest amount of months, as the city manager was saying. Yeah, I mean, last year we went with 12 months, and at a 12-month period, I mean, the best one will be 0.045. But yeah, if we're looking at more months, yes, those will be a bit better rates.
How much would we save? If we go from 0.045 45 to a 0.040. Yeah. From a 0.045 to a 0.040.
$36,000 per year.
$6,000 per year. 60 months.
36, 6 by 1 times 25, 182.
I guess the next thing would be, to look at the last 3 years, how much has it fluctuated? If we were to, to go with 1 year or 3 years, has it stayed steady? Just look at the market, what we had, the last 3 years. If we went by 0.045 and we stayed there, did it go down or up?
You're gonna see, Commissioner, a substantial change, because when we were with Reliant, before we changed to the 12, when we were with Reliant, we did see a substantial.
We were at 0.058
Yeah.
with Reliant.
So 5.8, we went down
Sure, yeah, 0.045.
to 45. How do you feel more comfortable going on a yearly basis or
I guess because of the modern conservative, I feel more comfortable with 12 months, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, things can change. And that's the reason we do it, because in the energy field, it's very competitive now with the deregulation there. And it made it, like I said, real competitive, so the companies are always coming and trying to cut half a cent or half a penny or whatever. And because we're big consumers, and because of the arena. If we didn't have the arena, we'd be considered maybe small consumers, but because of the arena, they do want our business.
Has it gone lower than 0.045 the last 3 years?
Yes, it was lower. Last year we had it was lower but on the top months. On 16 months and 72 months we were getting like 0.039, 0.03 something.
But
we opted for a different option. But I guess it just depends on the market. Sometimes it fluctuates as going up, or sometimes we do the market going down.
Lo que pasa sometimes, that when you get a lower rate, but then they have the pass-throughs, and when you factor in the pass-through charges, that's what was happening with Reliant. We had a lot of pass-through charges there.
do we have pass-through charges right now?
No,
They're included.
They're included on the.
So all the things that says included, we're not gonna have that problem.
Yeah, we won't have that problem with it.
Before that yearly contract, what do we have?
Before the one that we have currently, we were at Reliant
For how long?
for 5 years,
0.058.
0.058. That was not a contract that we increased, that was the state number.
We broke it.
I know that this changes like on a daily basis.
Yes, it does.
Is it safe to say if we give direction to the city manager and try to look at something close to the 0.040 and just give the authorization for you guys to?
Well, if you take action on it, or with that stipulation, we could call all of them to make it competitive and tell them to request on the offer. So at the end of the week, with no pass-through.
Include.
Right. And then we'll call you and tell you this is what we've got.
That would be my recommendation, to have a motion to give authorization to the city manager to get the best price by the end of the week. If you don't find it, then bring it back.
Okay. We can have it on the next agenda.
So we table it first?
But we're giving authorization to the city manager. That's my recommendation.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Sanchez, second by Mr. Franz. All those in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Let's post it, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Morita. Item number 8, discussion and action on participation with the City of McAllen. This is interesting. City of McAllen?
Yes,
Okay.
the city of McAllen, they're
An
partners on
AAP
this one.
case related to rate adjustment and corresponding invoice for $590.
Mayor, staff is recommending that we join in this lawsuit with the city of McAllen is taking the lead. And I've included a rate case chart attachment to where all the cities that are participating in the valley, and they prorated it by percentage on population.
So what happened here?
We're contesting AEP's, they want to do a rate increase as a result of Hurricane Harvey, and it comes out to about $190 million, something like that. So at this time, we're asking the council that we join in this rate change. And it's the same attorneys, councilmen, that have been representing us in other rate increase cases.
Are we spending more money than what we're saving, or we're just?
Absolutely not. We're at $590 to join in this case.
Motion.
It's a good recommendation.
Second.
Motion by Mr. France, second by Mr. Trevino. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9, discussion and action on acceptance of $10,000 grant for City of Hidalgo Fire Department from Texas A&M Forest Service.
Mr. Rojas is here, Mayor. And some of our firemen and volunteers are here as well.
Mayor, Commissioners, we're here in front of you asking a recommendation to approve, to accept the grant from the Texas A&M Forest Service. We applied this grant on June 6, 2017, last year, and we received a letter a couple of days ago that it was granted. The only thing I got Mr. Travis with us, he's the director in the South Texas, he's in charge, Texas A&M Forest Service. The only requires right now is approved by you to accepting the grant of $10,000. This grant will be utilized for a training aid. Yes, I don't know if you got any questions for Mr. Travis.
How did you apply for it? Just an application?
It was an application that I sent it to all the fire departments, and you fill it out and request it what you need, you can request fire truck, you can request bunker gears. We've been requesting it, but the application is still inside. This one was granted for us.
This is awesome. I really like this approach of applying to grants. Do I have a motion?
Double.
Motion by Mr. France. All those in favor?
Congratulations, Mr. Rojas and your team, and of course, Mr.
Travis?
Travis.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's take a picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, and one more. There you go.
This, Mayor.
New fire truck, $10,000.
Wow, good morning. Get some more. Right. 1, 2, 3, and one more. 1, 2, 3, and there you
Mayor, do you want to make a comment that the previous board members have been a good partner here in Hidalgo for your raise?
Great. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Item number 10, discussion and action on $2,000 grant for City of Hidalgo Fire Department from Walmart. Mr. Wood. Mr. Rojas.
Mayor, City Commissioners. This grant was given to us, to the City of Hidalgo Fire Department, by Walmart. This is an application that we do every year. This year, Ms. Lily, she's the manager from Walmart here in Hidalgo. She given us $2,000 to help our fire operation program. So that money will be use it for fall formation. Ms. Lily is not here. I talked to her, she said she was gonna be in a meeting, but I was thankful to use the $2,000 grant.
And Mary, you'll be sending them a letter, thank you letter.
With some tickets for the Killer Bees. So they can go and do this. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Motion by Mr. Trevino. Second by Mr. Ramirez, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 11, discussion and action on $13,000 grant for the Hidalgo Library Department from Vlad and Catherine Hancher. Catherine Hancher Library Foundation. Mr. Sanchez.
Mayor, City Council, this is a $13,000 grant we got. It's broken up into two parts. The first part is for $8,000. We're going to use that for our continuing education classes. Our biggest seller right now is English classes. We're looking into buying $6,000 in laptops, $600 for Microsoft Office programming, $1,000 for the program and curriculum, which would be Pronunciator, and $500 in headsets. Pronunciator is something like Rosetta Stone, but for adults. It also provides English citizen study guides and classes, so it's a big hit with all of our community members here. The second part of the grant is a $5,000 grant that was awarded to us for repairs because of the storm that we had. So we're probably going to end up using that to repair some of our much needed roof patches and stuff like that.
When is this grant? Apply for it,
We applied for this grant in August.
and it moved that quickly?
Yes. Yes, this is a foundation that helps the libraries out here, especially in South Texas a lot. And it's only for people in Texas with populations of 50,000 or less. So it will move pretty fast.
Third question. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Trevino, second by Mr. Burns.
Motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. Sanchez, great job.
Thank you, Mr. Rojas. I want to check it.
Created a check for the library.
Do you wanna tell the mayor and the city council about how we make the check? Because the grant birds do not allow for graphic designs.
Oh,
But you were gonna ask.
Yes, you knew it, but you know, if you pay attention to it, in one night, we got $25,000 worth of grants. So this is great.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. No, thank you very much, Mr. Sanchez, for doing an excellent job. Item number 12, department report for the month of October 2018. Let me go ahead and start by saying that I'm very, very proud of the teamwork that I saw during our different events at the pump house. It was incredible to see the amount of people that were there during the Halloween, during the November 2nd, the other month. It was amazing. Something that, from my perspective, I've never seen before during Hidalgo. So I want to thank each and every one of you who were involved in putting this together. Just looking at the children smiling and having a good time there, it was incredible.
Mayor, I spoke with several members, residents from the community that were very grateful for the safety and for the preparation of the event that they thought was very appropriate. They were very grateful for the guidance of you and the council being able to support the staff in doing such an event.
I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, but I want for you guys to see that we value all the work that you do. Obviously, we're going through a transitional period, creating events that we haven't seen before, and Ms. Sanchez and Selene and Raul and Charlie, yeah, everyone who is involved in those types of things. We know that you go through frustration periods sometimes, but at the end of the day, when we see the type of success that we had, it's incredible. I don't know if somebody wants to add something. Were you there? Did you get to see it?
Yeah, and again, I want to add that I think it's real appropriate for our kids to be in an atmosphere where everything's there. where you don't have to worry about, cars or kids, being in danger. I have 3 little ones, and I just kind of let them loose and within that area. And you had the different departments helping out. You had community members. You had different businesses giving out candy also. For the future, we'd like to invite more businesses to come over and kind of so that the community can get to know them. But I thought it was a great event, something new that really. I think we were even in shock because we ran out of candies, and I thought it was a good thing. And the city had to go back and get some more. But I think it was a great event, a great atmosphere for the families and kids. Good job, guys.
We had a plan to have candies at 8 o'clock, but because of the turnout, and you're right, this was the first time we do something where it's a safe environment. We had police, fire, and a lot of city employees throughout the event, so people felt safe and everybody knew where to go. We had live animal shows, we had all kinds of.
And I tell you what, I went to the house of horrors.
The haunted house.
I'll tell you what, it was scary. It was scary. And then you think that, okay, I got past this group, and then there's another group, and then there's another group, and then until the end, I think you got that chainsaw guy chasing you. I thought it was great. It was great. I mean, you guys did an awesome job. Good job, guys.
Yeah, obviously our expectation for Festival of Lights just increased from one level to the next level. That's the next thing I want to talk about. Festival of Lights, how are we doing? Is there anything you need from us? How is it planned? I would personally like to see a little bit more involvement in the Vallarta area. If there's a way to put lights over there by the park.
Okay. One of the things that I do want to comment on, I had asked you for authorization to hire a few more people since we were so behind because of the storm. And we've been lucky that TxDOT has been cooperating with us in cutting some of the areas that normally we cut. So we did get a few folks to help Freddie and everybody is participating. So hopefully we'll come up to schedule. And we will definitely do some additions at Vallarta.
And I would like to see, some type of events at the Funhouse area as well. I don't know if we're in that stage already where we're planning to bring a band or bring the HB snow context.
Yes, well, during the festival, like we did a snow day there last year. I think we're going to move it because it didn't work too well there. It was good, but we want to, we're always trying to improve it, make it better. We do plan to have some events at the pump house, and we have been doing some throughout, but we plan to have some more kiddie type events over there.
Okay. Maybe we can get an update next time we meet.
Yes.
I saw that we have the parade on the 30th, November the 30th, the day before Academy's have theirs, right?
Yes.
And I saw the list. I'm planning to meet with the Zumba, the different Zumba businesses, groups that we have, hopefully this week or next week, to see if we can do something together for Festival of Lights. Anything else, Festival of Lights?
Just a little bit of information. If you need to, do we have electrical props already for Vallarta or not?
That's a good question.
Do we have what?
Yes, sir. We have some water.
You have them over there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's,
We have a tiger.
I mean,
We need a tiger over there.
Like a tiger?
No, last year.
no extension cords.
We did have some displays.
We had the displays.
But we didn't.
We didn't have lights. That's what. So
We'll work with it.
I think it's important for everyone to be on the same page. Obviously, there was a situation this weekend that caused some type of commotion around the community. And people are asking exactly what happened at one point. The information that we were providing was that State Farm Arena did not have water, which was not the case. It was not a line from State Farm Arena, from my understanding. It
That's
was
correct.
a line from the city, because then 5 different sections did not have water, so, do you wanna
Yes.
do it?
We had a main break on an 8-inch line that's coming in from McAllen, which is part of the interconnect that we have. The reason that that line is there, we also have an interconnect with FAR. In the times when our pressure goes down, those interconnects kick in to have continuous pressure on the community. After doing an investigation on what might have happened to that line, we believe that at some point, when they're doing the subdivision, which is a McAllen subdivision across the street on 10, because they did work in that area, that fire hydrant that was there might have been compromised. We feel maybe it was hit by a truck or some equipment, because that's what caused the light to burst. The fire hydrant went, when they went to go shut it off, it couldn't hold the pressure, so it just, it burst. We were out there and we were trying to get a quick repair to it. As we're doing that, we discovered that there's fiber optics going real close to where we're going to do the additional digs. We're prohibited from doing any digging where there's fiber optics until they come, the company representative comes and locates those fiber optics. One of those lines goes into Mexico, it's an international line. So at that point, we couldn't get the pressure back up and the flows into the arena. Being that the arena has a suppression system, being that we have the ice plant going on right now because of hockey, where it was compromising the coils in the plant. And of course, the bathroom facilities, we felt it was a safety and health issue. And at that point, we were not allowed to public go in there. But you're right, the problem was not in the arena. It was a feeder line going that not only affected the arena, but other parts of the community as well.
And what time did you find out about the situation?
I contacted the Public Works Department 415.
So at that point, we had the hope that it was gonna get fixed.
Yes.
Because we didn't cancel the.
No, and I was communicating with the arena manager constantly and with you at some point later on. We were trying to see if we could get the pressure back on, even on a temporary basis,
Just for the.
so the concert and then continue to work, but we weren't able to do that.
So then the concert got canceled. What's next?
Well, Mr. Trevino's here, we rescheduled.
Yeah, but we postponed, we didn't cancel, it got postponed to a later date, which is now this.
Well, it was canceled for the evening, to be rescheduled for another day.
The people were informed it was December 9th is the new concert date. All tickets are valid for the same date, so you don't have to return any tickets, use the same ones. The public already knows, they can get refunds if they want at the box office, or keep the tickets that they have for that later date, which is December 9th.
During the week, what day is it?
A Sunday.
It's a Sunday?
Yeah, that's the only day we have. Here can you.
Are we?
And that's the only date that the artists, all the artists that were on that bill can be together.
Did we have any problem with the manager or the?
No, they have insurance, they had everything taken care of, the biggest thing was trying to get, the date that we needed to get. I was talking to the soccer team and trying to talk to the league at the same time, we got it all situated.
That's it?
Yeah.
Normally in those contracts there, we have those clauses in there for participants. It's an act of God or a natural occurrence or something of this nature. And so they understood. And even the artists went out and spoke on it and said, you know what, it's the state of Texas, here, the way things work, we cannot allow people to go in there, it's not a safety matter.
So we didn't lose money?
We didn't make money, but if you see, we lost the potential of making money. So we didn't lose.
But we can get it.
I want to give credit is due, because I've never seen a concert that's been canceled
I know.
and then brought back so quickly. I'm not trying to work anybody here, but I want to congratulate you on that particular part. I've never seen it, it usually takes 6 months.
Commissioner, Mr. Trevino and I were in communication. I think we confirmed it at 1 o'clock in the morning. I think of the promoters in Los Angeles. And we were in communication, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, he said, is it a go? And all we needed to do was look at the options on the dates, and then it was a good one.
But it just doesn't happen, but hey, congratulations on that.
I also want to thank Ruben Fuentes and his team that were out there. They're actually in the mud, in the water, trying to fix the
The
situation.
promoters actually got the pictures of our crew working,
And I,
whether,
all the guys that were
I'm
out there.
very happy that the risk manager was out of town and was not there. It made it a lot harder on that.
But yeah, those guys are working really hard trying to get that, there was a lot of pressure, but they tried to do their best.
But Mayor, we do have I got with Mr. Puente early this morning, and we're going to work on a secondary feed into the arena in case it should ever happen again. We're going to work into a secondary feed, and we can do an emergency plan, so that if this was to happen, it's very odd that it will, but that we would have a secondary feed into the arena.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, thank you very much. One for answering my 1,000 calls.
He was there. I was there with him.
Talking to different engineers, they were very surprised that we were able to fix it within hours.
Yes.
Usually those type of jobs take.
What time was it?
If they finish at 5, all night.
No, but I did, like I said, those guys were out there all night. Some of my guys went out to go help, bring pumps and stuff like that, but it was a team.
Well, you see, the issue didn't stop just with the concert. We needed to make sure that those flows into the ice plant continued, because we had ice in there.
I got calls from Walmart.
Walmart.
Whataburger. Yeah, it was good. I'm glad. So right now we're ready for the next concert. We're ready.
Yeah, we have a concert this Saturday, which is Got Faith. It's Matthew West and Jeremy Camp.
And then the following day,
The following
Pepe
Lad, and then we have the event for the EDC on Tuesday, and then we have hockey on the 17th, hockey on the 18th. And we got Thanksgiving, then we got Rock of Ages the 26th, and then we have SEC starting December. And then I got some couple of events that we're going to announce.
back to back. Oh, great job, Mr. Tilly.
Big deal.
Yes. I wanted to leave it up to the end. Yes, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I want to take this time to thank Mr. Bonita, Mr. Gonzalez, Luz, I don't know if she's here.
Luz is out today.
I know that at one point everybody was feeling that the process of getting the adjustments, the pay scale was not happening, but it was a process, and we got to see it. But I want to take this time to thank you, because I think that from now on, we're gonna have a structure when it comes to pay scale and be fair about it. Can you give us an overview?
Yes, Mayor, it puts us in a better situation to start, and I know you and Mayor Pro Tem has been coming by my office, and we need to come up and we start a system, and it's something we don't have. We were doing percentages every year. Now with this in place, it's not perfect, but it's got room for us to work out the year, so we can come back next year and say, okay, this is the structure, this is where we're at, and it's a lot smoother transition into doing the, like I said, fair pay rate for individuals. So the police got something that I don't think they've gotten before. A lot of our employees did too. There's some employees that have been here with us for many, many years, and we were able to do some adjustments, and we're going to continue to do that with the authorization and the guidance of the city council.
Of course, and it's a process. At one point, we got to see people that were here for 12 years making $7.45 on an hourly basis, and glad that you guys took care of our employees.
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is one of the proudest moments since I've been here. The mayor and the administration put together this plan to make sure that everybody is, I guess it's in a scale where they're paid what they deserve, and I think it's still a work in progress. I think to me the biggest My biggest thing, it was getting the minimum wage from $7.25 to $9 an hour. I think that's big. Here in South Texas, you really don't see that. And for us to do it here in Hidalgo, I think it's big. For employees to come in and be paid $9 an hour, that's big, especially here in South Texas. You know, I've been there before. I worked at the youth center for 2 years. I don't know, many people don't know that. And getting paid minimum wage is tough. Just living check by check, and to be able for management and council to be able to give people $9 an hour and then move everybody up by scale by the years I've been here. I think that's probably one of the proudest moments that I've had here. So that's big for me, for you know, I'm proud of the mayor for doing this, for management to do this. And I think there's more room for growth, but at the same time, management did a real good job of getting that money for us. The last 3 or 4 years, they've done a heck of a job of getting that money for us. And a lot of people don't know that, but you guys are doing a heck of a job. It's going to translate for, you know, most of the people that work in Hidalgo are from Hidalgo. And that money's going to stay here, and it's only going to, you know, better the lives of a lot of people. So good job for that, and thank you guys.
Before we go to the report, I have two other things. Can I see that Walmart is here? Thank you very much. We'll take a picture and we'll do that for $2,000. I had an interview with one of the most important newspapers from Mexico. The New newspaper is the name. And I got a call from Telemundo, I got a call from Univision, and obviously this situation with the 8,000 people that are walking towards the United States is going to create a lot of questions, especially in our time because of the British. Can you tell us a little bit about the meeting that we had, or that you had today?
Yes, Mayor. Both Lieutenant Ortega and I were at that meeting today. I can brief you that it was a combination. They've named Chief Padilla as a coordinating officer for the whole operation, and you met with him before. We had members from the federal government visit with me on Friday, and I called him when they were here. He was obviously very busy at that time, but they wanted to make sure that you and the council knew that they're here in cooperation, and whatever they had at that time Friday, things are changing on an hourly basis or more. Today's meeting was with Chief Padilla, with the Department of Defense. Everybody from all the law enforcement agencies were there, including us. Of course, we're the first line of the operation in terms of the boundary, but they're more concerned now with the port of entry. We have one of the busiest port of entries in the U.S., and they're going to be working with us to make sure that, you know, that our citizens and everybody is kept safe, just like they've been doing all the time. And they're going to be working with our agency. They keep us in constant touch, you know, on a timely basis. What we learned today is that the military presence that we're going to have in the area is here as a support and not to do arrests, and they're not even going to be armed, but they are more of a support division, battalion than anything else. And it is to show presence at the border, and the ports of entry have to be respected with the laws that we have here in the U.S. That's basically it. But the people that I've been talking to and the lieutenant I've been talking to just want to assure you that they're here to just do a job, and they're not here to try and do anything that's not within the confines of what the law says.
And I think that was the message that I reflected during the interview. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of movement now until...
They're saying here that what we were told today was that the operation is going to last until December the 15th?
The 15th,
The
yes,
15th.
that's right.
That by then, it should be 7.
Do we have a report as to, or do we have a report reflecting that they're going to come to the
No, it's too soon to say. Their path hasn't really been decided yet. They're right now, we're reaching a point where they're going to go to the left or to the right. They go to the right, it's going to come in our direction more likely. Other than that, they really don't know. They do have people embedded within the team that's giving them intel and giving us intel as well. but we'll know probably within 2 or 3 days in what direction they're gonna take. If they're caravanning by vehicle, it'll be 3 days, max time to get to our points, or to our area. If they're gonna continue on foot, 8 to 20 days. So it's still up in the air and undecided.
Did they talk about closing the bridge?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And that's gonna be the last resort for them. Because of course our trade and travel with our Mexican partners, it's a lot of commerce coming to that, so that's gonna be the very last resort.
They realize where that there's numerous store of events that go on, from a $300 billion, Texas-Mexico exchange in terms of commerce. And they have that very much in mind and are aware of that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I saw that we have the new fire truck.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to recognize before you leave, Mr. Jim Farrell, who is our vendor on our fire truck, and I wanted to just recognize him. Do you have any questions for him?
I just wanted to say that it's a beautiful vehicle. Thank you very much. I heard that you gave us a very good price. Yes, sir. We got $10,000 there for it.
And Mayor, one of the good things is that they're local. McAllen Municipal, I'm saying local in terms of, it's not a Dallas company or out-of-state company, they're local, and we try to keep this as close as possible.
Can you give us a little overview of what is it that the truck has?
Sure. So my name is Jim Farrell. I represent Municipal Fire Apparatus out of McAllen, Texas. And this particular truck, although it's a stock unit, and it was used to show other cities and things like that, it's got a lot of updated features, state-of-the-art features on it. In particular, it's got a lot of scene lighting around the truck, which helps enable when they get on scene to light up the area very nicely. It's got a larger pump. It's got a 1750 GPM pump compared to the previous trucks had a 1250 GPM pump. 1,000 gallons of water, which is pretty standard. There's other little features. It's got a really awesome. You're not going to get any complaints about the air conditioning on the truck. I mean, if you're going to get a complaint, it's going to be that it's too cold. So, as firemen, but there's a lot of. It's a 6-seated cab, so you can have 6 personnel versus your previous truck had for 5. So you have room. It's got airbags in the truck, airbag protection, backup camera, a lot of safety features on it. To keep the truck safe and the personnel safe. But it's a really great truck. And on behalf of Municipal Fire Apparatus and Employee Fire Apparatus, we're really appreciative of the opportunity to provide you with your fire protection needs.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And Mayor, on behalf of the administration and the fire department, some of our firefighters here, we want to thank you all for allowing us to work this into our budget this year to be able to provide this very much and very nice piece of equipment.
Take a picture after the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. City manager's report. Oh, I'm sorry, future agenda items. I would like to see if we can have like a timeline on July after park. The 2 projects that we have there, which is the concession and the
Concession is going to Commissioner's Court on the 14th to approve the contract.
14th, and then we can give you
an update and then maybe the.
what we plan, when everything's going to go on the groundbreaking, and then we're going to go out and starting the process to urban now.
I see that we have a groundbreaking
This is for the EDA.
EDA permit.
Yeah, that's going to be Wednesday, and don't forget the dinner is on Tuesday night at the arena.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
When are we starting the project on the outdoors? Have we started with the cleaning process?
Yes, in fact, this week they're going to do the geotech testing. They require that you do geotech, and there's going to be some items like the splash pad, the concrete slab for the basketball court. So anyways, we're kind of going to do that this week, and we're getting the appraisals updated on the property. And the reason I want to do that is because I want the best possible appraisal so that the Parks and Wildlife honorate because that's part of our cost share, whatever the property is.
We don't have to put this in the agenda, but can you call Commissioner Eddie Cantu? Last time he said he was going to help us with Dicker.
Yes.
The street really needs help, so.
And I think he told me in front of me that he was going to send a crew. Yeah, I'll remind you.
It started raining the following
Yeah.
week, so maybe that's why they haven't, but he needs a lot of help.
Okay, I'll call him first thing tomorrow morning, I'll put in a message tonight.
We were talking about the pay scale right now. I think we also need to structure the evaluation process. Bring some samples and maybe a timeline process as to when, starting this year, when are we going to get evaluated on a yearly basis? How is it going to be?
We made some changes to the ones from last year, and we've already worked on some samples, and we'll bring them to you so you can look at them.
Anything else? City manager report?
Mayor, at this point, I think you probably have done over everything that I've got. Report on, we're continuing to work with Headstone and with the MPO on the overweight corridor, which is the Prodigy Road. We're going to have the groundbreaking and that ceremony for our ED grant next week. We'll be reminded to be there. And I had a few items that I needed to discuss with you, but since the attorney is not here, that's already been bidded out and let out on the overpass. Is if you want, we can have an update on that. That's the one over here, the flyover.
Can you take a chance to take a picture of the Walmart?
Nobody
You should feel proud of your
You guys gotta get there. Yeah. See myself.
Together, there you go. Okay, 1, 2, and one more. 1, 2, and perfect. Yeah, focus on the
Need a motion to go into closed session?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. France, second by Mr. Ramirez, all those in favor? Let's take a picture with the new fire truck outside at this time. Back to open session.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Sanchez, second by Mr. Trujillo. For executive, we don't have any.
There's no action on any of the items.
Okay, at this time, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. France, second